G'day there, and welcome to another unboxing here on Two Retro Mates. If you're a child of the 80s or the 90s, like myself, you'll know what the old arcades were like, whether they were the standard coin-op arcades where they were just full of all these different cabinets, or maybe the arcades were within your local movie theater and you'd go in there and play a few cheeky games of Virtua Cop or Daytona USA, or maybe a bit of Street Fighter, or if your arcade was lucky, Donkey Kong just hiding in the corner. But if you don't know what that was like and you kind of want that arcade feel at home, arcade cabinets are really expensive to buy right now and you gotta have the space for them. Well, we've got something here that's a little bit in the middle and it takes micro console to another level. We have here the Capcom Home Arcade. This thing is insane. It's got some Capcom classics on here. And like I said, it takes mini console to a whole new level, and mini ain't so mini anymore. Let's take a look at what's inside. All right, first off, as you can see here, this thing is not tiny at all. So make sure if you do go to purchase this, make sure you got the space to either use it on or to actually store it. But you get lovely art on the front here, showing it off. It's got 16 loaded games on here. We'll get to those in a minute. Now, if we move off to the side over here, we can actually see included is a 2.5 meter HDMI cable, and you also get a 2.5 meter USB cable. This thing is USB powered. You need to make sure that it's powered at standard 5 volts with 2.5 amps. So your standard little mini phone charger ain't gonna do it. You're gonna need something with a bit more grunt. Maybe one of those power boards with a USB outlet in them, as well as instruction manual. Then on the back here, you've got a collection of games. Now, some of these you can go and get on the Capcom Home Arcade solution, but some are exclusive. In particular, Aliens vs Predator. Can't get this anywhere else. This was only playable on Capcom Arcade cabinets, to my memory. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But in order to play it in the modern day now, unless you're good at emulating, this is the only way to play it. If you're of the age and you remember the time when these games were on the arcade cabinets, it's because these are based on the old CP1 and CP2 arcade boards. Now, I know there are those out there that still collect these boards around and build up their cabinets and buy replacements. Good on you for keeping that stuff alive, by the way. Fantastic way to experience all these retro classics, and the quality of the parts I already know is good because it's using Sanwa sticks and switches. So I'm already confident in its build quality. Now, as with all unboxings, we get our absolute overkill knife out. Slice this right down here, and it looks like, oh no pull tabs. It just opens up like this. So let's get this open up. Oh, mighty, wow, this is gorgeous. Time for a reveal. I want to show this in the box. Look at that. I'm gonna say it, this is actually one of the coolest unboxings I've ever done. That looks gorgeous with the gorgeous Capcom design logo. We'll get some B-roll showing that as well. And little box, the USB power plug. So let's get all this stuff out. Now we'll just very carefully, maybe I'll move this forward a little bit. Okay, we'll get this over here. There's our USB cable, HDMI cable. We'll go through all these in a moment, and instruction guide. Seal that up and we'll just pop that off to the side somewhere. First off, the main attraction. That is absolutely gorgeous. Feels like a Sanwa stick. I've got a arcade stick over there for my fighting games. Feels exactly like it. Buttons feel nice and solid. And you're noticing there's 2 sticks here. That's because this is 2-player. Many of the arcade cabinets back in that day had a lot of 2-player options. So you'd be standing there with your mate, putting your coins in there, and you're all having to play on Final Fight or Street Fighter, or maybe you're playing Alien vs Predator. Absolutely gorgeous though. I feel like when you're both sitting there at the table, and this is the important thing, you're gonna wanna put this on a flat table when you're playing, because if it's on your own, your lap might do, there's gonna be a bit of overhang, but this feels very solid. Like I'm pushing that with a bit of force and it's barely moving. I reckon it's gonna feel snug with 2 people here. Just so hope you're close with your good mate when you're playing. We flick around to the back. Here we have our power switch over here with our power input. Looks like it uses micro USB. Would have preferred USB Type-C, but I can forgive micro USB because the cables are everywhere and they're cheap. HDMI input and the USB port for your USB extender. Now, whether this is for upgrading the Capcom Home Arcade in the future, or maybe you can plug another gamepad in instead of using this. I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll be doing some testing and seeing what we can use this for. Then we've got our quick little guide right here. Gives you all the info you need to know. Now, usually, oh, here we go. We've got some, oh, I'll be damned. Stickers to put on here to indicate your player 1 and player 2 controls. Nice. I'll check that out later. So back to the guide. A little bit of surprise there. So, yep, nice little booklet. Actually quite nice of them to give you this guide. This guide as well, if you ever lose it, is downloadable on a PDF. If you just go Google Capcom Home Arcade, there's a whole web page dedicated to this thing. Nice little guide to show you what everything is, so you can line up all your stickers properly, all the standard info. Now, the cool thing about this unit is it actually has Wi-Fi capability, so that you can upload your high scores up to Capcom servers and you can show them off online, so you can still get that feeling of smashing someone's score. We've also got the 2.5 meter HDMI cable right here, and your 2.5 meter micro USB cable, and what I was not expecting to see. I really praise Capcom for this. Every other mini console provider never gives you a power plug. They never give you an AC adapter, because oh no, you gotta go get your own. You've got plenty to, it's like Blizzard said back then, you got a phone, don't you? These companies are like, you got a power adapter, don't you? Well, Capcom decided, no, you're getting a power adapter. It's the complete set. So this is actually really cool. Now this one's rated for Australia, but if you're watching internationally, you should be getting your own power plug as well. And there it is, a not so mini home console, bringing back some arcade legends of old. This takes me back to my childhood, actually. Some of the games on here you might be interested in. We've got 1944, The Loot Master. We've got Alien vs. Predator, Armored Wars, Final Fight is on here, as well as Street Fighter 2, Hyper Fighting, Ghouls and Ghosts, Strider, Mega Man Power Battle, and many more. There is a total of 16 games on here. Now, if you're buying this in Australia, this does retail for about 200 Australian dollars. If you go to the website for this unit, there is 2 official Australian retailers that you can get it from. If you want one in your home, consider go checking it out. We might leave a link to the store below. Now, we're really excited to play this. So excited, in fact, that we're gonna be streaming it this Friday, right here on the 2 Retromates YouTube channel at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Link to the description below, or somewhere in the card right over here. So go click those to set yourself a reminder so you don't miss a second of the action. But once again, thanks for tuning in and watching this. What do you think of this unit? Are you thinking this is a must buy for my collection? Are you like I want it, but I don't have the space? Maybe you remember some of the games that are actually on this unit. You remember playing them back then in the day. Let us know in the comments below, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help the channel. And if you hit that notification bell and set your notifications to all, you won't miss any videos we upload, such as our off-the-shelf series or other unboxings in the future. But until then, thanks for hanging around. Catch you next time.